everyone out there in the land of YouTube. It's Annette Dion. I'm the host and founder of the one and only Psychic News Network. I'm kind of on time. So, it's Friday. It's Black Friday. It's after Thanksgiving Friday. I'm going to remind you, it's Friday, it's Friday, it's Friday, it's Friday. Because the day after Thanksgiving, I always have to remind myself, it's not Monday. It's Friday. So, what are you guys up to? How was your Thanksgiving? Are you stuffed? I was just listening to Ari Melber. I'm stalling a little bit because I'm usually not like on time. But I was watching Ari Melber a little while ago, and he had Bob Woodward on, and I was reminded, because I think we need to be reminded of when COVID hit in 2020. And just to be reminded that when COVID hit in 2020, Donald Trump was on his way to an easy run to the White House. In January of 2020, we've talked about this before, but since Ari Melber just had Bob Woodward on and they were talking about it, I just thought I'd bring it up again. Looks like people had a lovely Thanksgiving. Your family knocked Biden down but just walked away. Well, you know, just maybe remind them of the pandemic. Remind them that when the pandemic hit, that Donald Trump knew how deadly it was, how deadly the virus was, and he knew full well. And he just was more concerned about winning the next election than saving lives. So we live in a time when pandemics could happen at any moment. So, Warren said yesterday it was very quiet, no drama over turkey. Why would you have a drama over turkey? Barbara's making her presence known. Hi, Barbara. 125 to go before a group hug. Sounds like you all had a good day. I had Church of Spirituality yesterday, so you can still check it out. It was wonderful to be with you all. So, Cheryl's mentioning she has family members that are Trumpsters, and just remind them of what it was like, how scary it was in 2020. Because in a pandemic, which is, the likelihood of another pandemic is pretty up there. Right? Barbara loved the church service. Thank you. There's big pneumonia cases in China. So, hats off. I have to give MSNBC credit. I've written them more times than I can remember. And I'm starting to, I'm not watching Morning Joe really, but I'm starting to notice more conversation about the threat of fascism. I want to give a shout out to Midas Touch, because I'm really good at coming up with slogans and ideas for marketing. I'm an idea person, and Ben Meiselas came out with Democracy versus Dictatorship, which I think is brilliant. I think we should all be using that. So there you go, Cheryl. All you that have family members that are still following this evil, violent man, criminal, all those that have family members, just tell them it's between democracy or dictatorship. And Dale enjoyed the church service too. Thank you. Yeah, Heather Cox Richardson has a great book out, and it's Democracy Awakening. I have it right in the other room, and I also have it on Audible. Rita sent it to me in hardcover. On that note, I just want to remind you all that we do meet, Grassroots of Democracy does meet on Saturday, so definitely grassrootsofdemocracy.com. Come join us. As far as my Thanksgiving, I had Indian food. Kind of late. It's been a little crazy, but it was delicious. Okay, so I'm going to pull 3 cards about, I don't know if you guys have noticed, if you've been watching MSNBC. Oh, happy birthday to Lisa today. Happy birthday, dear Seth. Happy birthday to you and many more. Grassroots of Democracy is awesome. You distracted me. So, has anybody noticed MSNBC has kind of changed their tune and they're really following what's going on with Trump? I think to mention the pandemic is a good thing. So apparently Bob Woodward is being sued by Trump. Being sued for telling the truth. Being sued for using tapes of interviews. Bob Woodward and Trump, they had lots of interviews, and that was at Trump's behest, mostly. So there you go. I needed a little more color today, so I took out my sequined red thing. Just FYI, no Christmas decorations till December 1. I'm holding out. So, so Trump wants to sue, or he is suing Bob Woodward. Pulitzer Prize winner, I think. I think Bob Woodward won. He is definitely an award-winning writer and interviewer that goes back to Nixon and before. Warren his cousins who have already put up the tree. Are they Jewish or are they Christian? The loss, he's no decorations till December 1st. So Bob Woodward is being sued by Trump for, he agreed to the tapes. Yeah, I don't think he's just like, it's automatic pilot. Sue them. So we're going to pull 3 cards. Why? That's a good question. Because he doesn't like what's being reported. Yes, Biden was talking about the hostage release today. It's my understanding. I had a lot of appointments today, thankfully. And I did catch bits and pieces of the hostage situation. We talked about that on Wednesday. So, Linda ate too much. I just had more Indian food, so I'm full. So let's take a look at how that's going to go. Trump suing Bob Woodward. That's the First Amendment. So Trump complains about his First Amendment rights and claims that the First Amendment, Trump claims, gives him the right to incite, to encourage violence. So Trump preserves his First Amendment right, which he doesn't have. He's saying that it's his First Amendment right to participate in stochastic terrorism. He's not saying that, but he knows that's what it is. To incite violence where he can. That's his First Amendment right. But Bob Woodward doesn't have a First Amendment right to report what Trump already consented to him reporting. That's just pretty much the news. 45 is not suing me. No, 45 is not suing me, but 45 is suing Bob Woodward. So let's just take a few cards to see how that's going to go. And we'll look at the gag orders and whether they'll be reinstated. I've said all along, Warren, that I saw him under a gag order. What I didn't see, I just read on that the other night. I'm going to make you take notes. What I did see the other night was that he would be confined. House arrest is what I saw. This is about Bob Woodward being sued by Donald Trump for being a writer. Nine of Rods. No, it's one of many lawsuits. This is like, it's getting to the point of throwing spaghetti at the wall for Trump. Or ketchup. It looks like there's too many irons in the fire for Trump right now. The Knight of Pentacles. Bob Woodward is protected from any kind of lawsuit. It's actually going to work against Trump to fight Bob Woodward because it strengthens the case for the First Amendment. Remember, Trump had Michael Cohen thrown in jail in solitary confinement for writing a book about Trump. He's addicted to lawsuits. Trump is addicted to lawsuits. I agree. And to hear Michael Cohen talk about that experience, because Michael Cohen went to prison for Trump. He went to prison for Trump, right? Even though Trump will say at his rallies, I'm doing this for you, I'm going to get arrested for you. Yeah, right, yeah. And I have some oceanfront property in Arizona to sell you. Yeah, and that was deemed a violation of his First Amendment rights, Michael Cohen. And he got thrown in jail and put in solitary confinement as if he lived in South Korea or Russia. Somebody's waiting for their birthday for a reading. You can get a reading anytime around your birthday. Doesn't have to be the day. So, yeah, I mean, Trump can't, he's not going to get anywhere with suing Bob Woodward. But he thinks that he's in Russia. And he does like to use the justice system to wear people down. And that's why, you know, Michael Cohen just kept going. As does E. Jean Carroll. Just keeps going. Just keeps going. Right? Thank you, Janet. Janet, were you saying you need a reading? He can't sleep. Oh, Michael Cohen? Do you, can you, I mean, most people that I know can't be alone for 20 minutes. I mean, in general, most people can't be alone for like 15, 20 minutes. In fact, there was a study that was done with a group of 20-somethings, I believe it was, and in this study, they put the people in a room and they said, just sit here for 15 minutes. We're not going to give you anything. No devices, no nothing. And if you get really uncomfortable with that, here's this little device that will give you a painful shock, but will let you out of being alone in a room. And most of the people administered, they press the button to give them a painful shock rather than be alone in a room. I'm talking about being alone in confinement, because that's what solitary confinement is. It's like you padded walls and you can't see anybody, can't see daylight, can't, you know. So that's what Michael Cohen was relegated to, because Trump, when he was president, was all in dictator, doing what Putin would do. Oh, there's 210, 203. Welcome, you guys. It's Friday night. Nobody has a date. Or maybe you're on a date now watching PNN. So the reason Warren's pointing out that we have over 200 in the chat is because, and hit the thumbs up please, is because now it's time for a group hug. This is the love channel. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Group hug. Oh, that was a nice... And Joe saying I'm the date. That was a nice group hug. Barr helped put Michael Cohen in prison. Yeah. Glad to see you live too, Carolyn. So anyway, let's take a look at what's going to happen to Trump. Besides, he's going to completely lose his mind altogether. What's going to happen with this? I mean, is it every day that there's a new lawsuit? Was Donald Trump reincarnation of Genghis Khan at one time? I can look. His death, 1227? Oh, what the heck? Was he Genghis Khan? Was Donald Trump Genghis Khan? No, I don't get that. You know who I know that Trump was. I mean, psychic knowing. He was Mussolini. He was Mussolini. I don't know if other psychics agree with me. I haven't checked. But that's I've been doing this work for decades, and that's a certainty. That feels like a certainty to me. To the degree, I mean, we can't prove it. What's Donald Trump? What's going to happen with he's daily? It seems like Trump is daily suing somebody. Has Adolf Hitler reincarnated? I think I'll look at that, but I think that I got a no on that. I think I read on that before too. Mandarin Mussolini. What's going to happen with all these? I'm just asking a general question. All these people that he's suing. All these people that he's suing. How's that going to turn out? I mean, it gets to a point where it's like, if you're having to go to court, and if you have 91 charges against you, 4 indictments. I mean, it's just, I'm going to write the list down at some point. And you keep on suing people, and you keep on suing people. Joe Scarborough calls him Mussolini. I'm going to write to Joe Scarborough and tell him my psychic impression. So as far as Trump goes and suing all these people, it's not going to go well, because look at this. This is the law. This is the law. And this is January 6th. All the information about January 6th. Putin has many body doubles. The original Putin that was with Trump in Helsinki, I don't feel like he's around anymore. This is the law. This is the information about January 6th. So I get this sense that that's going to like supersede everything for Trump. And the Seven of Rods is just continuing. This is Trump continuing to try to push back and push back and push back. On Trump's mind is this. I need to just push back and hold out until the election. So what I'm going to ask now is, hang on a second. Well, let me answer Warren's question first. But I just wanted to say that what's going on in Trump's mind is he just has to hang on until, this is what's going on in his mind, what I pick up. That his game plan is to hang on, keep suing, keep delaying, keep doing that. Maybe it doesn't take a psychic to tell you this. He's going to keep on doing that. He's going to stay on that track where he's going to keep on delaying, keep on talking to Aileen Cannon about delaying. I do pick that up. He's going to keep on. What's on Trump's mind is, I just have to hold out until the election, and then I can claim it was stolen, and then he's cray-cray, all right. That's what I feel like he's doing. Because his plan, Trump's game plan, is he thinks he's going to get back in the White House. So Trump's game plan, what I pick up, is that he's going to keep suing people, keep getting things delayed, keep up the stochastic terrorism against the judge and the judge's, the clerk and the staff and all that, and the prosecutors and all that. He's going to keep banging that drum. And his plan is to be on the ballot and to be running against Joe Biden. And when Joe Biden wins, he's going to fight back and have another coup. That's what Trump is thinking. Trump is thinking that he's going to steal the next election. So the thing that's on Trump's mind that he needs to do is keep pushing out these court cases. Now, we already know that, but I'm just telling you what I'm picking up is on his brain. And I've been saying for months now that I don't see him on the ballot, and for me, I see the 14th Amendment, Section 3, being the reason that he's not on the ballot. And I feel a major health crisis in early spring. Who could be what with Dolly Parton? Who gets upset with Dolly Parton? What are you talking about? You gotta tell me. I mean, there's nothing about Dolly Parton to hate. But what's interesting to me on that note is, because I know somebody put up Dolly Parton, I don't feel like scrolling to find out what you're saying. What's interesting to me, MAGA is attacking Dolly Parton? Double check with Pendulum about health crisis. Trump's? I don't know what you're asking me. What's the problem with Dolly Parton? Anyway, Warren wanted me to ask, has Hitler been reincarnated? Yes, Dolly Parton did. She gave $1 million to develop the... No, Hitler is not reincarnated. She donated $1 million back during the height of COVID to help to speed up the vaccine development. The GOP, are you serious? Not that I'm surprised. The GOP is upset with Dolly Parton because she's giving free books to kids, and her songs have lyrics in the GOP are pissed about. I need to know more about that. If you don't hate, they hate you. I don't think Dolly was giving out banned books, but Dolly Parton has a program where children, I don't know what the qualifications are, but newborns get new books. Because Dolly Parton has a program for that. She gives books to kids. Yes. Oh my gosh, what a crime. This is where we are, people. Let's take a look at Trump's mental health right now, just because we're curious, not that we want to dwell on him. I already checked Be Grateful. If I told you that's what I pick up. You think I have to double, triple check things? I love you and everything, but come on. I was giving you my psychic impression. Time to open your own country? No. You're going to call it the state of chaos? The GOP are joy killer. Okay, well, first of all, it's the fascist Republican Party. It's the Putin Republican Party, right? They hate anything that has to do with humanness. Let me explain something. What I'm going to explain is this. When I get a psychic impression, I tell you what it is. I don't really need the cards. I don't really need a pendulum. So if I don't need to double check something, I won't double check it if I don't feel a need to double check it. That's all. I'm going to pull 3 cards about... This thing is blowing my mind about Dolly Parton. Excuse me, I'm just annoyed by that. Where's Damon? I don't know, maybe we should we should find out Damon's phone number. We'll dox Damon and then we can call him up when he's not here. Donald Trump's mental state. Here we are. I love you guys, you know that, right? Unconditionally. And thank you for the thank you to the wrenches. Thank you to the wrenches. I really appreciate it. Your sons were talking about supporting someone besides Biden and you were quite dismayed. Be grateful. I mean, I'm saying be grateful, but that's a be grateful is a handle. Let's not get dismayed. Let's educate. I'm going to tell you that I was in support of Marianne Williamson in 2020. I was in support of her. I cannot support Marianne Williamson right now because the stakes are way too high. This is democracy versus dictatorship. Even if we're not talking about Donald Trump on the ballot, it's still democracy versus dictatorship. And we really need an education about what dictatorship is. This is why we need history books. Donald Trump's mental state is the question. What is Donald Trump's mental state? There was a time about, let's see, a year ago. Maybe a little more than a year ago. There was a time I had, in my mind's eye, I saw Donald Trump conversing with a dark entity on the etheric. This is the devil. I'm asking about his mental state. This is the devil, and he's feeling really isolated. And this gives me the sense that Trump right now, the hermit, is the devil and the hermit, is alone with his evil. So in his mind, that's why I said a while back, I saw an image in my mind's eye of Trump speaking out loud to an invisible dark entity. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. I am not crazy. I just see things. Donald knows that the law is coming for him. Too many edibles? What are you guys talking about? Are you eating edibles right now? I guess it's a Thanksgiving thing. This is really, you're in your right mind, but Trump is not. Trump knows what, he just knows. I actually do think Trump kind of knows things even though he's not smart. Tweet wants some edibles. Don't you have an edible? Don't you have a cannabis store in your neighborhood? I think they're everywhere now. Okay. Trump knows. He knows what's coming for him. And he's alone with his thoughts with the devil. Yikes! Ew! That's bad. And actually, so is Putin. They have, it really is, it's interesting because I see, Trump alone with his thoughts with the devil. Whatever you think the devil is. But there are dark entities. Don't let anyone tell you that there aren't. Like Stephen Miller, yeah. Yeah, Trump's talking to the devil and Stephen Miller. Yeah, absolutely. But I feel it's really interesting because I have similar... I feel really similar stuff to Putin, that Putin sits in a room alone with his dark thoughts and plans and plots evil. Oh yeah. The dark entities are created by man, aren't they? Boy, that's a deep, deep question. Only twice in the tarot did you pull the devil card about Trump? I get the devil card about Trump very often. Yes, he made a deal with the devil. Yes, I actually, whatever that means to you, people have different sort of definitions of making a deal with the devil. Whatever that means to you, but my sense is that there is some kind of agreement with the dark side. The devil is starting your life review before you die. What do you mean by that? I actually, there's lots of you know, tales and stories and movies about selling your soul to the devil. That there's something to that. And to be all powerful and to live forever, kind of. Let's take a look at the DOJ right now. And they sent a letter to Judge Chutkin, the DOJ, saying that the threat is growing greater, larger, it's more and more dangerous, that Trump is actually, they're doxing the law clerk. Can you imagine having a job as a law clerk and you're just sitting there doing your job and it's just like this normal judge, normal, you're in court, you're doing your job, and then suddenly like the defendant is doxing you and giving people your cell phone number and giving people your email and giving people your address, and you're getting messages. I think it's like 25, 35. I think Michael Popak covered this. Yeah, it was him. And he was saying some of these threats were the most disgusting sexual threats you could ever imagine to the law clerk. And it's out of control. And Trump is he's really working for, working for the devil. And seeing if he can push this to a point of violence. Popak, yeah. Yeah, he's so good. They're all good. So Trump is really he's stoking violence. And just so you know, I don't know why I'm in Trump's brain tonight. It's not the best place to be, but I guess we're just going there. He's desiring, he passionately wants to see a prosecutor, Trump wants to see a prosecutor murdered. I'm not saying that's going to happen. What I'm saying is, in case you're just tuning in and you're just catching a little snippet of what I'm saying, is Trump fantasizes and really, genuinely desires to watch the news. Trump desires to hear the story that a prosecutor or a judge or a law clerk was murdered. And I'm going to tell you right now, we're talking about somebody who was in charge of protecting the United States of America. We're talking about somebody who did nothing when he was the person with the most power to stop it for 175 minutes as people violently attacked the Capitol, attacked police officers, people died. It was a bloodbath, smashing everything, crapping all over the floor, urinating all over the Capitol, and he did nothing. So we don't even have to say it's a psychic impression, but it is, that Trump actually has a fantasy about some of these people that he hates because they're doing their job prosecuting criminals. He wants to see them murdered, and he's a murderer. Goodbye, evil, and democracy is a dictatorship. What? Oh, hi, Joseph. Welcome. Goodbye, evil, and democracy versus a dictatorship for sure. Yeah. So, I don't know. I never really got it this strongly till now. I guess maybe because I'm kind of thinking about it. But he is to the point. Trump is to the point where, when you really, really desire something, he has a passionate desire to see somebody answer the call through his stochastic terrorist threats. He has this passionate desire to see murder happen. And the fact that murders were happening at the Capitol and he did nothing but rewind it to watch the violence with glee, and then said, "We love you all," when he finally was forced to say something. I'm pulling 3 cards about that. I'm pulling 3 cards about what he's doing with that energy of passionately desiring murder. Remember he said Hannibal Lecter? I don't even know why he was up there at one of his stupid rallies saying Hannibal Lecter. No, I'm not going to ask if someone will be murdered. There's certain things I am barred from asking. I didn't say anything about death on 45. What are you talking about? I did not say that. Darren, why are you saying you don't wish death on 45? I did not say that. Rita's saying, why don't they actually gag him for real? Well, I'll kind of look in depth at that again. He will, well, I think this answers the question. He will be stopped. The judges are weighing it out. They're going to get, the DOJ is going to get very clear about the message. Something's going to happen pretty quickly. Something's going to sweep in and get him to stop. I'm not sure what it is. Well, no, what I'm saying, I did not say that Trump would be dead. Let me just say something about that. I know that, you know, I understand that, I do understand that people are like, you can't wish Donald Trump dead. But if you do, it's a normal human response. When we think about, yeah, we'll read on Holland too. When you think about how many people died, I started out tonight talking about seeing on Ari Melber, Bob Woodward, and kind of a recap of what happened when that pandemic hit. There are a lot of people dead that wouldn't be if it weren't for Trump. So if you're sitting here and you're like, I want him dead, are you going to really feel guilty about having that feeling? Oh, YouTube members, I got to let you know that tomorrow night is our psychic party for the top 2 tiers. I'm sorry, I'm still on the Trump topic. Even if he died, his followers would still be violent? I doubt it. I'm still on the Trump topic. One more thing. He's going to continue with this stochastic terrorism. He's way over the top emotional. I keep getting 2, so the DOJ is going to reel him in. Judge Chutkan's going to reel him in. There will be credible, close calls. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now, we're going to go on and we're going to talk about Mike Johnson. So Mike Johnson is all in for Trump. I want him to go away poof too. And just so you know, if I feel like I want him to be off the earthly plane, I reserve my right to feel that way. I do. I reserve my right to feel that way. To feel like, I'm telling you, it's natural. It's normal. If somebody, God forbid, knocked off a loved one, you would feel the same way, right? I'm just saying, for example. So let's not pretend that we don't feel the way that we feel. He's another Hitler. Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson's all in with Trump. We're going to pull 3 cards about what trajectory that's going to take. MAGA is bots. You think of MAGA like bots. Yeah. And truer words hardly ever spoken. I'm going to read them. I think of MAGA like bots. No mind of their own, just programmed. You know that they are programmed, right? They are programmed. Yeah, Magam Mike will be gone within 60 days. We have seen that. We'll get to Biden. Don't worry. We're not going to forget Biden. Mike Johnson, what's the trajectory there? I'm going to change cards in a sec, too. What's the trajectory? Thank you. Thank you, be grateful. Lots of love. Yeah, the questions do fly pretty thick, pretty quickly. Mike Johnson, how's it going to go for him? Well, I was going to switch out these cards, but these are pretty spot on. Magam Mike. Many challenges coming up for Magam Mike. He's going to feel isolated. I'm telling you. You thought Kevin McCarthy didn't know how to do the job as speaker. Magam Mike is just, because Magam Mike doesn't know how to do the job as speaker, he's just doing something else. He's just doing something that isn't the job. It's a little bit by default. You're betting Magam Mike is gone after the next budget vote? He's kind of all over the place. So Magam Mike is exceedingly challenged by the position that he's in. He has no clue how to do this job. They should have given him a training session, right? Like they do in corporations. Here's your training. Come to the training. He has no idea how to do that job. So what Magam Mike is doing is he's just doing other things. He's hanging out with Trump. He's planning another coup. But the Six of Rods, they have video on Magam Mike. They did not vet Magam Mike. They didn't vet him at all, and they're doing it now actually, and that's why all this heinous stuff is coming out. He hates women. He despises America, and I don't want to. I'm not going to answer any George Santos questions. Magam Mike hates America. He thinks we're all, what does he call us? What's Magam Mike call us? What sort of videos on Magam Mike? I just pulled up the Six of Wands, the January 6th. Serial killer vibes. Yeah, I agree with that. He hates women. Let me pull 3 more cards about what damage he'll do while he's there. He wasn't good at being a congressman. I can imagine that he was terrible at it. One thing is for sure. MAGA think the war in Ukraine is fake and they're hired actors. Are you just assuming that? It's a fair assumption. What damage is he going to do while he's there? Okay, Magam Mike. I can't even tell you how much he can't do the job. I don't even think he knows I don't think he knows what a Speaker of the House does. Let's have a mic drop. I like it. He's going to be really in a conundrum because he can't answer to things. Magam Mike can't answer to things. And the world is there's something on the world stage that's going to call him out. Something on the world stage. This could be Ukraine. Something on the world stage is going to end up calling him out, Magam Mike. We want Nancy Pelosi back. There's a clear case. I remember when I was talking about Jim Jordan. Remember when Jim Jordan was being voted on to be speaker, and I said, Jim Jordan is nervous about being speaker, so he didn't get it. That wasn't why, but he was nervous because he'd be in the spotlight. So Magam Mike's finding out what it's like to be in the spotlight. And boy, is he between a rock and a hard place. He went to Mobile Loco. I never heard it called that. Yeah, it's really interesting because wait till it starts coming out, man. I think, you know what? I'm so curious. I'm going to just keep doing some searches on Magam Mike. What did Jamie Raskin say? We swear in the Bible to protect Constitution instead of swearing on Constitution to protect the Bible. I love it. Let's give him a ring. Sorry if that was too loud, but that was good. That deserved a bell. Okay, I'm going to switch decks. We're going to go to the Guardian of the Night Tarot. Makara sent me these. Thank you. Yuko sent me these. Let's see, what else did I get sent? Thank you for the presents and the donations. Let's switch gears entirely and go to the economy. Magam Mike likes Magam Men. Oh yeah, let's ask. I think we asked this before, but I'm asking in my head, is Magam Mike gay? He's definitely gay. There's nothing wrong with being gay. There's only something wrong with bashing people who are gay. He probably hates himself. The economy. I'm going to pull 3 cards about the economy. It's Black Friday. Of course I should pick cards about the economy. The relationship that the American people will feel to the economy. We'll put it that way. We have the best economy of all the G7 countries. We came out of the pandemic stronger than every other country. Do you think that would have happened if Trump had gotten reelected? I don't think so, and it doesn't take a psychic. If you ask me. The economy. Since it's Black Friday, we're asking about the economy. Why doesn't the news talk about gas prices going down? I've heard them speaking about gas prices going down. MSNBC is picking it up a little bit, so let's put the pressure on. I only watch MSNBC. I dropped CNN months and months ago, and I can't even watch phone news out of curiosity. Oh, well, this is interesting. As far as the economy, it's going to be good, but we have the fake news blowing it up in their rhetoric. So the economy has the faux news blowing it up in their rhetoric, and this is the card of illusion, delusions, and smoke and mirrors. So what's happening is we have to get exceedingly more loud. Somebody said Zelensky is extorting the U.S. It's nominal how much money we're giving to Ukraine. Nominal. We can afford it. And the other countries are pitching in too. So as far as the economy goes, this is the card of illusions, delusions. This is smoke and mirrors. This is the fake news. These cards are so different, it's hard to tell there. This is a fake news. This is a tower card. The fake news blowing up the economy in their rhetoric. It needs to be banned. I totally agree. America has the best economy on the planet. Yes. Let's hear it for that. America has the best economy on the planet. Can we just have a moment? America has the best economy on the freaking planet. Can we just have some credit? Can we give Joe Biden some credit? So a fabulous Midas Touch journalist who quit Sinclair and joined Midas Touch? Good! Thank you for sharing that. That's good to know. So the economy's, it's chugging along. It's doing fine. But the faux news keeps trying to blow it up. Smoke and mirrors, smoke and mirrors. All right. These cards are great. I think I want cards that are more direct because that tower card looked like a tree. And it wasn't being chopped down or anything. So let's go to my mini cards. I love those cards, don't get me wrong. Different cards have different vibes. Let's look at the race. I'm not going to call it a race yet. The presidential campaign. And whether people are starting to feel more inclined to choose democracy over dictatorship. And then I'll ask another question about that. will people be more inclined to choose democracy over the Donald dictatorship? We really need to get a better message out. But we really have to get more of a head start. This is a Page of Wands. This is just, the messaging has just begun, and it really is a little bit behind as far as saving our democracy from the Democrats. The Ten of Cups, there's just a long row to hoe ahead. And, oh, there's the bottle drop, but you can't really hear it because the window's closed. The King of Wands. Yeah, Biden is so busy keeping the world from blowing up. I mean that literally. Oh wait, the current deck is a Darkwood Tarot Mini. Oh, Terry was putting it up there. The Mini Tarot, it's not the Mini Tarot, it's the Darkwood Tarot. Just for specifics. But the Page of Wands is the messaging for the Democrats is just beginning. Joe Biden can't do it. Joe Biden is busy holding the world together. So it's up to us. It's up to the DNC, the Ten of Cups. We have a lot to talk about. All you need no, it doesn't require the Dems to gaslight. All it requires is taking clips of Donald Trump quoting Hitler. All it takes is taking clips of the pandemic in 2020. Oh my gosh, there's a list of millions long of things that you can put in ads to bash the Donald. I would have a field day. I would have a field day being a marketing person for the Democrats. My goodness. Let's remember that on November 7th, we kind of had a blue wave. It was a blue wave. We could call it a blue tsunami. And in November of last year, we had a blue wave. Yeah, I agree that Kamala Harris needs to be more vocal. I think she has more flex time than the president. Let's pull 3 cards about Biden and how he's feeling, energy-wise. He just had a birthday. He just had Thanksgiving. I don't know if he's at Camp David or I'm not sure where Biden went for Thanksgiving. He's helping with the hostages, with the release of some of the hostages. We in America, honestly, when you look at what's going on in the world, this isn't speaking to anybody in particular. This is just speaking to what's going on. When we look at what's going on in the world from America, and we pull on our decency and our sense of we are so fortunate that we really have a job to do to stand up for democracy in the face of everything that's going on. Martha's Vineyard, that's where they are. That's where the Kennedys used to go. So I'm just saying, you know, with all the suffering in the world, we really do want to get on board with doing whatever we can to make this country great. To make this country great. To actually make this country great. More great. Harris has not been visibly involved in Middle East peacemaking. Has not been visibly involved. She's helping Biden out. Yeah, they're all working together. If Jamie Harrison would do his damn job, the DNC, write to him. Biden had Thanksgiving on Nantucket Island. Yes, that's about an hour and a half from here. So as far as Biden's doing, two of Wands. He's really trying to keep the world from blowing up. I mean, I'm serious when I say that. He's trying to keep the world from going into World War III. Jeesh. It's hard. Biden really is. He's a humanitarian. He's a real human. He's a very compassionate human being. Oh, somebody's defending Jamie Harris. I don't know. That wasn't me. Somebody was saying Jamie Harris needs to do his damn job as head of the DNC, but I have no information on that. Yeah, it's Biden's doing okay, but this is a lot of pressure. I mean, that's a lot of sleepless nights. Warren's calling for another group hug. Joe helped big time with the hostages. Nobody else could have done what he's done. All right, let's do a group hug. 1, 2, 3. Everyone, group hug. Energy, energy, energy. Lifted. Very good. Okay. Biden has the experience, absolutely. You're welcome. I remembered the second group hug. I just don't want to make it like too many. Okay. So, let's take a look at tired of the misinformation of two. What? I think maybe you're misspelling something. Electra Storm, what do you mean? Tired of the misinformation of two black folk trying to help this country? That doesn't make any sense. Can you make that make sense? Will Biden be the reason for peace in the Middle East? I know who's the reason for not peace in the Middle East. Let's read on Jared Kushner. I didn't claim anything. Let's read on Jared Kushner. You meant red light. I'm lost. I'm lost. Time to look for a light store so you can get a life. That's it. I need to take a break from the chat. I'm too confused. Let's look at what January's going to bring. No, seriously, let's look at what January 2024 is going to bring. Yeah, I'll do a commercial after this. I'm actually looking at what January 2024 is going to bring. And I want to remind you all, because it bears repeating, last January of this year, No, Sanity will have, last January of this year, we started the year with unidentified aerial phenomenon, I don't know, what are they called? UFOs. And Mercury goes retrograde on New Year's Eve, interesting. And the big balloon, the spy balloon. So that kind of set the tone for 23, didn't it? What's January 2024 going to be like? Please hit the thumbs up while I'm ferociously going through the cards to see what 24 is going to bring. What are you saying? Happiness. I like it, Joanne. Okay, here we go. The Tower card. How do you like that? It's coming in with a bang. All right, so this is what January 2024 is going to bring. Here's the Tower card. This is, these cards are so small. This is January 2024. Things are going to get shaken up. The Seven of Swords is stealing. This is the card that I get about the GOP and big money and dark money stealing from us. Corporations trying to steal from employees. Corporations not wanting to give people a living wage while they don't pay taxes, while the big corporate doesn't pay taxes and just keeps paying the workers less and less. This is where we become aware of how much is being stolen from the people, and it gets shaken up in 24. And action starts to get taken about the injustices to the people, to the regular people, the regular folk, not the cray-cray ones. It's time for my commercial breaks. Please hang around. We're not done yet. Look, I did a whiteboard. I'm having a winter solstice event on Sunday, December 17th. It's going to be here before you know it. Chinese, the 2024 is the year of the dragon. No wonder it's coming in with the Tower card. December 17th will be here before you know it. We're doing a 2.5 hour event. 4 to 6. I think the first half hour is going to be lighting candles and I'm going to be playing the piano. And then we're going to do an event. Do you like my little pictures? We're going to have decking the halls with boughs of holly. I don't know if we'll have a snowman, maybe a fake one. Candles and a solstice tree. You have to come to this. I'm doing my best. Let's Sammy the Snowman. Anyway, it's going to be awesome. And what I want you to do, I'm going to read on Jared in a sec. So stay through the commercial break so you can see what I read on Jared. And I'm sorry if I miss your question. It's almost impossible to follow everything. So we're going to deck the halls with boughs of holly. We're going to be, I'm going to be telling stories, holiday stories. We're going to be singing, listening to music. We're going to be decorating a Yule log and writing our intentions for the new year. All kinds of stuff. Too much to tell you about here. Book a tarot reading by this Sunday. I'm doing my own Black Friday event. And this is it. When you book a reading, I'll send you $20. Up until Sunday night, the 26th. This is my Black Friday special. Book a tarot reading, I will send you a $20 rebate. PsychicAnnetteDion.com, because I got to do something for Black Friday. So there it is. Save our democracy from dictatorship. Save lives. Honestly, we have to save our own lives, and that means grassrootsofdemocracy.com. Let's do the work. Who took the PPE money? Okay. Make your life better. Watch Church of Spirituality Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Watch our service from yesterday. Watch any of our services. Church of Spirituality is making my life better. And when you become a member, you're invited to a psychic party. You're invited to a psychic party the last Saturday of the month, and that would be tomorrow. The psychic party is about an hour, and there's no telling what we'll do, but it's of a psychic nature. And when you become a member at any level, any of the 3 levels, you get an affirmation in your email inbox every single day, and that makes your life better too. And there's more, but that's all I can think about right now. Oh, check out our show, Spirit Talk Podcast with Kathy Beal, this past Tuesday. We'll give you all the astrology for all the cast of characters that you're just dying to know more about. Please hit the thumbs up and please subscribe. It helps me out a lot. I'm not going to stay too terribly late tonight. The Thanksgiving service is great. Thank you. Oh, and also, I haven't done it yet, but I promised I'm going to start doing short videos of the accomplishments of Joe Biden. Okay? Oh yeah, definitely be a member, because I want a bunch of people at the psychic party tomorrow night. Jared Kushner. I almost forgot. Thanks for reminding me. Jared Kushner. What's his fate? It's going to take a while, and I've always said it was going to take a while, but he's being investigated for international crime. Well, I want to say international war crimes. I'm not really sure what that is. But I think what I mean is Jared Kushner will be is under investigation for international crimes that are connected to war in some way. This is a Page of Swords. He's on the defensive. The Queen of Swords. This is him and Ivanka. I don't think they're... It's weird, because I don't feel like Jared and Ivanka are going to stay together, but it's almost like a Melania thing. They're you don't know that they're separated, but they are. Right? It's not like out there in the news. The Knight of Wands, yes. Prosecutors are coming for Jared Kushner. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. What does that say? Game over? Game over for Jared. Espionage. Okay, yeah. I think, yeah. It has to do with the unrest in the Middle East. Do you remember that? Do you remember when gosh, I hate to remember when Trump was in the White House, but remember when Jared was saying that he created, they were all bragging about they created peace in the Middle East, and they were all like, nobody else could do it, but we created peace in the Middle East. Well, how's that going for you now? Yeah, we'll look at the Netherlands. We'll look at what happened there. I'm not too worried, but the people in the Netherlands are very worried. Is Jared Kushner going to go? Is he going to go to prison? I really do get that Jared Kushner is going to end up in prison. Yeah, you remember that when they were just Netanyahu is his godfather. Is that actual? Or are you just saying he's like the godfather? They keep posting what a wonderful, sweet couple they are. Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah, they did a bang-up job, didn't they? Yeah, literally a bang-up job. It's a pretty thickly layered casserole. What Jared Kushner was doing in the Middle East. Mr. Peace in the Middle East. No. I told you all. For entertainment purposes only. I told you all. There are threads connecting the former guy and his cohorts to what's going on in the Middle East. I didn't say they caused it. I said there are threads that connect. Yes, watch the Thanksgiving Church of Spirituality for sure. Oh, I do have tea leaves. In the Netherlands, I made a point. I'm going to read about what happened in the Netherlands. I don't even know if do they have a president or a prime minister? I don't know. Can somebody post up there what in the Netherlands is it a president? I really don't know. I'm completely ignorant on the government of the Netherlands. They elected their leader to be a far-right Muslim hater. They have a king and a prime minister. So it's a prime minister, right? The king doesn't have power, it's a prime minister. And what's his name? Because it just literally just happened, and I haven't had an opportunity to read about this guy. And I know there's somebody called Millet in South America. That's a real... Yeah, I'm not sure about the whole government there. Well, you're saying King William / Alexander, but my question is, who's in charge of the Netherlands? So the king doesn't have power. I mean, King Charles is not running Britain, England. I'm thankful that you're here, Abby. That's so sweet. I feel that. Oh, the plot thickens. Here's the connection. Bibi and Jared's father went to college together. Bibi was in Jared's parents' wedding and is Jared's godfather. I did not know that. Oh, that's interesting because... Thank you for the info about the Netherlands. That's interesting because you didn't hear this here. For entertainment purposes only, if you do hear this. I did not feel like Netanyahu didn't know that there was an attack coming. I don't feel like he didn't know. I don't feel like he was oblivious to what was coming. Electrostorm has nothing to do with race. I didn't understand what Electrostorm was saying there. Okay, so it's Geert Wilder. Geert Wilder is the one that got voted in. Man, there's so much freaking news. It's just, I feel like I'm just in this big bucket of news over my head. Phoebe slept in Jared's bed literally once. Oh, okay. It's too much. I'm telling you, it's too much. In the Netherlands, it feels similar to 2016 here. Are you guys all confusing one another? Electra Storm, I think Sandra's referring to that you said something about some black people and the Democrats, or we didn't understand what you were saying. We just wanted you to clarify. Against humanity. Okay. So anyway, Electra Storm, if you just want to if you just repost what you posted before. Okay, here it is. So about what happened in the Netherlands. It was a sham. Anne's head is full and going to explode. How do you think I feel? It's just too much. It's too much, I tell you. Too much news. Somebody's got to go through it. In bed with the devil, Jared was. Okay, this is about the Netherlands. It has the same energy as the 2016 election. In America. You know that's what I meant. The Eight of Rods, yeah. He swooped in there and it's like, think, for comparison, think about when Ron DeFascist got elected the last election, and how when Ron DeFascist got elected the last election and beat Christ, how fast that happened. Think about the election in 2020. And we were all, talk about our heads being full. The election, God, I don't know how we lived through the Trump years. I think some of us just went into total trauma mode and probably disassociated. But the night of the 2020 election, November 2020, the election night, Trump was up there before the votes got counted. Many states hadn't come in yet, and it was like the wee hours of the morning, and he got up there and he said, frankly, we did win this election. The election's over. That's what I'm picking up. I'm picking up something very similar. I'm telling you, the rest of the world's copycats of the United States. Look at the music business, especially back in the day with the Beatles and everything. It starts here and then it spreads. And that goes for a lot of things. Okay. The two black leaders being Kamala Harris and Jamie Harrison. Now I forgot what the topic was. If you're watching this on replay, accept my apologies right now for this being just totally confusing to follow. Yes, remember waiting on Florida with Gore and yeah. So anyway, in the Netherlands. I'm sorry. It's taken me forever to answer a question. It was a quick switch. It doesn't look legit. It does not look legit. Oh, and please hit the thumbs up. For all my hard work. This is the judgment card and the devil. Yeah. What happened in the Netherlands was not kosher. I don't know. It wasn't cool. Put it that way. Let's have some tea, shall we? Looks rigged to me. Looks like that election in the Netherlands was rigged to me. Some appreciation for Kamala Harris and for Jamie Harris, both doing good jobs. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody was kind of saying that Jamie Harris. No, that's not his last name, is it? The head of the DNC. Take a sip. Will the election in the Netherlands be overturned? That's a good question. Let's see. Oh, we have 333 in the chat. Something is rotten in Denmark. Yes, I agree. Yes. in Denmark too, or are you just saying that's the same? It feels like a steal. It feels like a steal. The Netherlands feels like a steal. Will they investigate and get to some kind of an investigation? Yes. Oh yeah, they're not going to stand for it. Yeah, they're not going to stand for it. The people in Europe are much more activists than we are. Yeah. Okay. So, just so you know, I just want you to know that today I was feeling much better about the American people and where we are right now. The collective right now seems more on board with saving our democracy. I hadn't really felt that in a while, so it's starting to build. So we did that. I just like to take credit. Hello. You're just getting here. We're winding down, but you can always watch it on replay if you like. And thank you for hitting the thumbs up. And please hit the thumbs up and please subscribe. My subscribers went way down for some reason. It's likely that I forget to ask you to subscribe. We're going to take a look at the tea leaves now. And I see a cat's head on a stick. Isn't that weird? Okay, in the position of Venus. Okay, I see Venus here? I have a big glare. Let me see if this helps. I have a big glare. Oh, you're welcome. Terry, you're funny tonight. Feel free to play along. I do invite people to let me know what they see. Better we go. Okay. In the position of Venus. This is, look at Venus. Hang on, let me do it like this, so I don't know if you can see what I'm seeing. It's a bird. It looks like a mother bird. I can't see right underneath that. She's flying in to tend to her chicks in the nest. See that? That's underneath the cup. So this represents nourishment and help coming for the children. Yeah, interesting. I've not ever seen that. It looks like women will start to be highlighted, taking care of the women, and the children will start to get highlighted. I'm thinking that this has to do with the war. You see a dancing fairy. Yes, I'm sure that you do. Also, there's, look at this, two people dancing. We keep on getting this. We keep on getting people dancing. And that person's holding a balloon. See that? This has to do with being playful, celebrating the good. See, they're dancing. And this one's holding a balloon. Somebody said it was their birthday. Maybe that's for you. And this is asking us to be in harmony and to keep the vibration high. Dancing and chanting lift up your vibration, and singing too. And then we have Mercury. And at the base of Mercury, I do need my glasses for this because I see something there. That looks like, well, it's probably hard for you to see it, but that's a hand holding a cup, which is like a lot of news coming. I feel like it's going to get a little bit easier. I don't know how this is going to happen, but it's going to get a little bit easier to discern between the truth and the lies. And I really do think with the repetition of truth, and I mentioned MSNBC getting noticeably better at this. Look at my little where. Getting noticeably better at this. I feel like, see, just like the tarot card, there's a hand holding a cup, and this is Mercury. So the news that's coming out, it just feels like it's going to be clearer. Oh, and you think it's a bouquet of flowers. Yeah, that makes sense. It looks like the news is going to get clearer. I think they're catching on to the need to repeat things. Because the reason that Trump has gotten as far as he has in terms of getting all the attention that he gets is he says things over and over and over. And you notice if you ever see an interviewer going to a Trump rally, there's a couple of people that do that on YouTube. And they go to a Trump rally and they start interviewing the people at the Trump rally about what, why they want Trump and all this. And they mimic exactly verbatim what they heard on Fox News or Newsmax. So this just has to do with the communication getting better. And the divine hand it just reminds me of the Ace of Cups. So, welcome to the new people. Welcome, Joseph. We love having new people. We're kind of a little clique, but other people are invited in. I don't know why it's that way, but it just kind of feels like we're a little clique. Definitely though, this mama bird coming in, I think it's hard for you to see this, but it's very clear to me. Coming in and tending to her babies in the nest. We're going to see more attention paid to the women and the children, especially in war times. So, you guys mentioned Wile E. Coyote. Before we go, because somebody just mentioned Wile E. Coyote, I want to see if I have this handy. Hang on. I'll leave you with this. So there's a group in town, and I'll leave you with this. Because somebody mentioned Wile E. Coyote, so now I can't resist. There's a running group in town, and they send newsletters all the time. And so they were out on a run, and they sent a newsletter that said, "Be careful of the coyotes." I'll read it to you. So this is a notice that was posted somewhere about the coyotes. There have been coyote sightings along Maury Point. Typically, coyotes are nocturnal, but it's not uncommon to see them during the day. Merely seeing a coyote is not a reason to call the police. However, there are certain behaviors that coyotes might exhibit that are cause for alarm, and they are the following. Coyote carrying a box marked Acme. These are behaviors to look for. Beware of the coyotes. Beware of a coyote dropping an anvil from a hot air balloon. Coyote posting signs such as detour or free bird seed. Coyote in possession of a giant magnet. Coyote detonating explosives or TNT. Coyote launching itself with a giant crossbow. Wile E. Coyote. Anyway, thought I'd make a little joke. Leave you with a little joke. I love you guys. Please book a reading. Please sign up for the Winter Solstice event. Go to psychicannetteDion.com. We are a pro-democracy channel. Please join grassrootsofdemocracy.com. You will even get the notes. You'll get all the notes, even if you can't make it. On Tuesdays, we do a guided meditation for a healed America. And I leave you with my light and love and appreciation. Please hit the thumbs up on the way out. And please subscribe and share. See you soon. Namaste.